What's up, everyone? Mark Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Exos trainer, as well as CrossFit Level 1 trainer. Yeah, it's been a unique couple of months. I pretty much found myself. Now, you know what? I just wanted to learn about their system. I'm not training in CrossFit, as you've seen by the latest hardcore videos, but you know, it is what it is. Store events going on. I just want to give a shout out. Click Nutrition last week. You'll see a video on that. I'll actually link it down below on that event. That was an amazing time. So then we had the epic event at Anytime Fitness in Marion, Indiana, which was a great time. We had the open gym at the Tiger Fitness Gym. Another great time. Thanks for everyone for showing up. And this weekend we'll be at Natural Body in New York, which is going to be a great time. Huge event. We'll be training at the Coliseum Gym afterwards. So if you're free this Saturday, between 12 and 6, we'll be in store. After that, we will drive over and get a hardcore training session. I believe I'll have shoulders that day. Or I'll do back. I don't know. Shoulders are back, but it's going to be a good time. But these Q&As, as you know, I just answer questions. That's it. I don't rehearse them. I don't read them. Sometimes I might not know the answer and I'll defer. But most of the time I know what I'm doing. I've been in this industry a long time and answer them with my opinion and the best of my ability. So this is kind of like a live Q&A because, well, I haven't had any prepared answers. It's just like asking me at an event, which is what I want to do. I want to interact with you guys as naturally as possible because that's what we do. And we do this every damn day. That's what we do. We come in here, and I also want to thank you guys. Just got some prelims back. MTS Nutrition will probably be in the top 150 based on last year's numbers on the Inc. 500, which that means with Tiger Fitness and MTS Nutrition, we have been on, I believe this is our 6th straight year with one of those two companies for 2 brands to be able to do that. Again, it's all because of you guys. We'll continue to help you reach your goals. The new Clash is killing it. Again, look at the formula in this. I'll link this down below as well. No one's ever going to touch that formula. It's the best on the market by far. Peak Physicore, Insurgent, everything is absolutely crushing it right now. And we owe it all to you guys for trusting in us to help you reach your goals. First question is from Jenn Martin. And I apologize, this question is from April 20th. I'm trying to catch up on these. What would you recommend for a female trying to compete again after a few years, a 30-pound weight gain, mostly fat? I'm in a place where I'm uncomfortable with my body fat level, but I understand if I want to cut fat, I'll be in a deficit, and I most likely won't be building much muscle. I am okay with this, but my question is mostly about training style. The show I have in mind is 24 weeks away, Ocb Cape Cod Naturals. What do you recommend for training? My instinct tells me to lift, diet, and then tailor my cardio along the way for progress. This extra fat just drives me crazy. Thanks. Well, I mean, if you haven't been training for a while, I don't recommend doing a show. Jen, I see you having a mental issue with this. I'm being real. I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or anything. You know, I'm just being 100% real with you. Is that I feel that if you can't stay in shape without training, without a show in mind, that could be an issue. So what I would do is I wouldn't even focus on that show. I wouldn't even do that show. Although I hate to steer people away from my buddy James's show. I believe you need to become more comfortable with your body and with food. The fact that you totally fell off and you gained 30 pounds of fat, I'd recommend you kind of reestablish a healthy relationship with food. And the way to do that is diet and training. I have a book out. It's called dropfactorbook.com. That's dropfactorbook.com. And that should help you get in a good place as far as diet and training goes, okay? Now, after if you want to compete, I do believe my book can help people get near competition shape. That's where I recommend hiring a coach. I do coaching, but I'm not going to sit here, oh, well, just hire me. Find a good coach. I don't know of any I recommend at this point, but if you're going to compete, find a coach who understands orthorexia. And I'd be worried is that you don't have a good relationship with food. The fact that, you've gained mostly fat, you're uncomfortable. I don't like the fact that you're uncomfortable in your own skin, and that kind of concerns me. So I don't really think competing for you is right at this time. And that's just me. But if you insist on competing, get with a coach who understands. But realize competing will put you in the opposite, is that you'll be extremely unhealthy due to low body fat and competing. Competition in and of itself isn't healthy one bit. There's nothing healthy about getting on stage. There's nothing healthy about taking your body to that extreme. And then you're going to go through the point where when you're done dieting, you're going to reverse. And if you don't reverse correctly, you're going to be right back where you're at, if not worse. So I recommend holding off on competing, Jen. And I hate to be the one to break that to you, but you know, I'm here to offer my advice. And my advice is sometimes don't compete. And I don't think you're mentally there based on this one paragraph to compete. I think you need to get a healthy relationship with food before you get on stage. From Jack Thenikl. When will your new 4-day program be available? The 4-day program is hinging on our site. We are launching what might be the best site online. I kid you not. From interaction with consumers to compatibility with everything to user friendliness to quickness and ease of use. It's going to be amazing. Now we're waiting to launch the trainer till that's out. We've been given different dates because the integration of our current system is taking longer than we expected. So just expect it in about, I'm saying by June. But even then, if it goes a bit over, you know what? Our whole thing is, we just met about this yesterday, we'd rather launch it correctly than have to fix it later. So this will be a perfect launch, and if it means we have to go till July, August, hell, even 2024, I'd rather wait and give you a perfect site than launch something prematurely and have a site that, our site now is great, but great's not good enough, just like Clash. Clash was great before. Now we have the best on the market by far. And that's exactly what we're doing on our website. So I appreciate that. Just stay tuned. When it is launched, not only will I be promoting the hell out of it, we'll be putting marketing dollars behind it. We'll be promoting it. Because I got to say, it is the best written trainer. It has multiple videos demonstrating multiple things you could do with it. And it's honestly some of the best work I've ever seen our team put out. Very proud of that. Michael Johnson. Excuse me. I work overnights. I always kill it in the gym. Dedicated, motivated, and driven by the need to better myself. I watch all of your videos, and I appreciate the realness that you bring and intensity that you portray. Truly awesome individual. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Michael. Question is, I don't really believe in scheduled rest days. If they happen, they happen. But for the most part, 7 days a week, I'm in the gym. Do you believe overtraining is real? And if I'm recovering and building muscle in this method, right? I'm on a push-pull, leg, shoulder, 4-day split. Keep up being you. If your body can handle it, again, everybody's different, man. I've trained with Kai Green, and I've heard stories about him training 3 times a day, recovering just fine. And obviously, his body is dealing with it. I think for most people who work a lot like me, I have kids. At the end of the day, I don't know how old you are, Michael. I don't know if you have any kids or your lifestyle, but I can't take more than 4 days a week of hardcore, heavy, beyond failure training. That's another thing. Are you training intense enough? My thought is if you can train more than 5 to 6 days a week, unless you're Doug Miller, whose recovery is ridiculous, you know, you might want to look into your intensity, because I would rather go in the gym, like for example, legs. You walk on your legs all day. For me, that's 240 pounds on my legs. For you to stimulate leg growth, you have to overload them. Overloading for me means taking above and beyond failure, because that's what overload is. And it has to be above and beyond just walking, which is putting load on your legs immediately. It's different when you train legs. So my question to you is, are you training hard enough? Because if you're training hard enough, I don't think your recovery would be that great. Also, just think about it. Might be fine now, but over time, not having adequate rest built in, your joints will start hurting. That was my thing. At around 6 days a week, it wasn't necessarily nervous system based, but my joints started killing me. So that's something to look into, man. I wish you the best, but if it's working for you, if you're making gains, I see your picture now. You do have families. It seems like you have a pretty, you're a large individual, man. Honestly, if it's working for you, don't change anything. I just looked at his profile. From Joseph Sinister Gates. You know what? That's a question on another product. We only talk about MTS Nutrition here. I apologize, Joseph. From Christy Andy Bennett. I'm guessing that's 2 people. I'm 42 years old and been lifting for about 1.5 years now. I've noticed that I'm a bit weaker on my left side. I've also noticed that my left arm is smaller. What is the best way to even up the size and strength of the weaker size? Well, Andy, the best way would be to train both sides equally. If you favor one over the other, that will create some deficiency physiologically in one side or the other. What I'm really concerned about is if there's a nerve issue. If you have a truly discernible difference in your right side and your left side, it could signal that something's not firing. What I would do is I would go see a nerve specialist or some kind of a doctor or a movement specialist. For me, if you're in the greater Midwest area, I'd recommend seeing Dr. Stu at Paradigm Performance. Paradigm Performance in Elgin, Illinois, and Dr. Stuart Hui, S-T-U-A-R-T-H-U-I. I'm sure he can help you tremendously. My fear when you have that big of a difference is that there's some nerve issue, some damage that needs to be addressed. And that's something that I think you should seek professional help for. However, the last thing I would do is favor the weak side in training because that can exacerbate even more issues. So that's the thing. What is good for joints beside glucosamine? Well, Tony, in machine motion, there's a ton of ingredients in there that are absolutely fantastic. Hyaluronic acid alongside Cissus quadrangularis. And I also have found some new joint ingredients, so I'm currently formulating a new joint formula as we speak. So just stay tuned for that, brother. But glucosamine, it does help, but there are better. And those are all found in machine motion. From bromelain to Cissus quadrangularis to hyaluronic acid, they're all better than glucosamine. And there's current data coming out. I found a new extract last week that I will be playing with, and hopefully you'll see it in an MTS formula in due time. Lindsay Richard Clark, thoughts on August's 753 program and a 4-day-a-week upper lower split for strength and size? Lindsay, I have not read the program, so I cannot help you with that. Upper lower, I'm not a fan personally because it doesn't excite me. So what I do is a similar thing, but it allows me to focus on one area, one plane, the front or back. So my split, what I recommend in my trainer, my 4-day trainer that's coming out, is, let's say Monday is lower body push, which is quads and glutes, okay? Tuesday would be upper body push, which is chest and triceps and shoulders. Wednesday's off. Thursday is lower body pull, deadlift and hamstrings. And Friday would be upper body pull, which is back and biceps. So there's one way to look at it. Personally, if you like it, try it. I've never read it. I don't follow YouTube. I don't go on YouTube. I don't even go on my Facebook personal page anymore. So I have no idea what that is, nor is August a strength expert. He's a YouTuber. If it was someone like Wendler or Dr. Starrett, I would read it right away. But I don't really know. I'm friends with August. I love him. But, you know, I'm not really going to put much validity on his training systems as a physiologist or a trainer. Whereas you got your Dave Tates and your legends right there. You know, those are people you listen to. If you're going to look for a program for strength, I'd look no further than Westside's Conjugate. You know, it is what it is. That's just my opinion. Nicholas Reed. Hey, Mark. Thanks for all you do, man. Love all the great, consistent content you put out. Quick question. Have you ever heard of or seen BCAA soda? And if not, why hasn't anyone made them? Is it possible to make them and to have a good shelf life? Seems like a huge area of the market no one's capitalizing on. I don't see a reason to take BCAA anytime except during training. I mean, I have it in here because it tastes good. It has some effects on mTOR and protein synthesis. But at the end of the day, 2 scoops of machine fuel during training. BCAA soda, I just think that's silly. I've never even heard of, I mean, if that's what you want to make your invention, that's great. But it's not really interesting me. So, no, I have no intention of making that, nor would I recommend anyone make it. Also, you're not factoring in the cost of BCAA and how much it'll drive up a can of soda. It'll be a $4 can of soda. That's if you can get it to work. David Sutton, I have kids who are close to the age of your oldest, and I would love to guide them to a healthier lifestyle so they can avoid the pitfalls I'm feeling at 37. Any plans to release a training program for kids and parents? Well, kids training, you can follow what I do with Cammie. Look up Cammie's videos. My training with her. It's essentially, you got to know what you're doing, David. I don't recommend, unless you're versed in how to train children and the progressions of exercise, and even doing it, for that I'd hire a professional. I'm not even sure who I'd hire or who a professional would be. I've actually done a lot of research and a lot of training in training children, how to progress them, how to start with body weight, to, you know, things like PVC pipes, to bands, then to weight. So when you see my 11-year-old, you're seeing someone who, since she was 6 years old, has been progressing and getting used to the different kinds of weight training. So I'd love to be able to do it. Unfortunately, it would be quite an intricate program. I could do a video on progressions for, let's say, deadlifts for kids, but you're looking at a huge video series, and I'll look into that. I appreciate you bringing that up, David. Thank you for that. From Victor, oh, we're going to end this today. From Victor M. Torres, went to the vitamin store and they had a probiotic pill and separate digestive enzyme pill. Both claim to aid in digestive health. What's the difference between these two, and how's uptake stacked against these two? Probiotics are great. Digestive enzymes are great. Probiotics are healthy, beneficial bacteria for the gut. Digestive enzymes help break down food. There's a simplistic answer. Machine uptake being that it either needs to be refrigerated or in wafer or gummy form. Probiotics, enzymes, they break down. So by being in a wafer, not only is uptake more easily uptaken, but you have to worry about buying those 2 pills, man. You got uptake, or refrigerating them. Uptake is stable at room temperature, and it's in a wafer, and it's delicious. So my opinion is, if I formulate it, I think it's the best. Just take machine uptake. Those other 2 pills, don't buy them. Last question, we're starting over. From Chad Ashton. Since caffeine is a vasoconstrictor, would it make more sense to exclude from pre-workouts since the pump is one of the goals we have in the gym? Caffeine is a very mild diuretic. It's not a vasoconstrictor. It might be a mild one, but not as much. But again, when you look at Clash, you're combining 6 grams of citrulline, 1.5 grams of agmatine, theobromine, which is a vasodilator. I mean, you have so much vasodilation going in here, there's not enough caffeine in the world to stop you from getting a pump. And if you combine that with Vasky, game over. The thing is, we added all those extra ingredients in Clash, and we didn't even raise the price. Anyway, guys, there will be a new Q&A posted at the top of the Facebook page. It'll be a sticky post, facebook.com/Mark Lobliner, facebook.com/Mark Lobliner. And there it is, guys. I appreciate you watching, and these Q&As are for you. And if you have any questions, be sure to ask them on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Mark Lobliner, and that's not a game.
So I'm looking at my email this morning. I get a mass email from one of the other sites that sell supplements that you're just a number to, right? They were bragging that one supplement line was free shipping. Bro, if you order over $99 in product in the continental US, any day of the week, free shipping. Anywhere in the US, at continental USA. Free shipping on orders over $99 at tigerfitness.com. Why even look at the other guys? And also, we ship from Vegas and Ohio. Most places in the US are a 1 to 2 day ship. And that's not a game.